about their stories. With our host in Remona, we're ready to start. Together we surf, together we surf, together we surf, together we surf. Welcome.
If we implement this strategy, we could increase engagement by 20%.
That aligns perfectly with the data we reviewed earlier.
I want to invite you into the Business Network, my free school community for entrepreneurs and business owners who want to grow their network and scale their business. Inside, you'll get step-by-step lessons, monthly workshops, feedback, scripts, resources, bonuses, and a community of like-minded people who believe in helping each other win. Join us today at school.com/thebusinessnetwork and click Join Group. I'll see you inside.
If we implement
Welcome, everyone, to Together We Serve TV show. It's Friday, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. And before we get started, happy 4th of July. It is the 3rd, but everybody's off today, except they're all going to watch our TV show today with my incredible guest. Do you use video? Are you on video? Are you scared to be on video? Well, there's a lot of things you can do, but video is the key right now. There's so many AI programs and ways that you can really brand yourself, get your information out, motivate people, inspire people. And video, I think, is one of the top ways to do that. I'm going to bring an expert on that's going to talk more about that. Let's bring our guest on. Ben, welcome to the show, my friend. Let me unmute you. There we go. Now you're unmuted. Go ahead.
Oh, I said thank you for having me. It's always fun joining you in a program.
Well, you have many years of experience in marketing. Why video?
Wow, video is king. Video is king because when people watch video, their brain works differently than if they read text. And if you watch a video, you'll retain 85 to 90% of the information in that video. And if you read the same text, you'll only retain about 20%. So your brain operates different. And if you think about this, if you have kids and you put them in front of a TV and they're focused on that program, the house can burn down and they're not moving because their brain is locked. So that applies to adults, and that's why video is so powerful. And video is making up about 75 to 80% of all marketing on the internet. So it obviously works. There's just a lot of benefit with having your business, have all the tools of video working for you.
I have an image when you were talking about kids of the kids on their tablets and phones, and their house is burned down around them, and they're sitting on the couch still playing their games, watching their videos, and doing their things they do. It's the world these days.
Right. I mean, I got some grandkids. I get in front of them, start jumping around, making faces. They don't see me.
Oblivious, yeah. Well, adults are like that too.
Yeah.
So let's not keep the adults out. You adults listening know. And we've all been caught up in that. It's just the world as is. How many years have you been in marketing?
I was marketing my own company, so 45 years.
Yeah.
You know, my first restaurant was 1976, and I was marketing at that in the primitive marketing platforms that were available at the time, which was, flyers and, TV, radio, and, it wasn't what it is today for sure.
Do you think video is so popular because, one, it's either technology is so much better, like you just mentioned, or it works better?
Well,
or is it a hybrid of both?
I think both, actually. I mean, anybody can shoot videos today. I mean, everybody has an iPhone or an Android. I mean, it's so simple to shoot video today. And all the new editing programs, everything's online. You can upload to YouTube, Vimeo, and different platforms. The world of marketing, advertising, and the combination of video is here to stay, and it's only going to increase as time goes on. And it's actually, with the AI kicking in, you see all these crazy, add-on apps that you can link into your programming, and it makes professional looking videos with AI, and it's unbelievable. Some of the stuff is just, a few years ago, it wasn't what it is today, but it's really gotten much, much better.
And marketing changes a lot. I mean, you're many, many years. So people listening to own a business, what's the first step to incorporate video into their marketing?
Well, I think that people need to have an explainer video on their landing page or their home page of their website above the fold. So when someone opens your website, your video is there. People don't want to read anymore. They want to click the button and have the information fed to them. So knowing that, when you have your company video on your website, you want to have certain things. You want to be, 2 to 3 minutes maximum. You want to have this, the people who own the business, CEO, management, have a little introduction to them, have testimonials, give people information about what you do, how you do it, and make it simple for them to contact you. Those are the key items. But, a lot of people don't have video on their websites, and they don't use the Google platform, which gives you a business page. They don't use video on that, which is a huge mistake. So the video itself also is picked up by Google. So the more videos you have on your website, the more when somebody searches your company, it's going to go to the top of the Google page. So video is key, and what you do with video and how you use it to gain a foothold, expand your business, or whatever you're trying to do, is the platform of today.
Cost.
I mean,
That's one of the things I hear from people. Yeah, Steve, I love that you're doing so much video. It's got to cost you a ton.
No, look, you can get the kid across the street with an iPhone for $10. I mean, so
Yes.
your entry level is pretty inexpensive. But here's the thing with video and advertising in general: you can always find someone to do it for cheap, all right? But you're not paying for that. What you're paying for is results. So getting the video production or getting the ads created for next to nothing, that's great, but that's not what you're looking for. You're looking for the results of the marketing of the video. So if I say to somebody, I'm going to charge you $10,000 for a video, and they go, wow, that's a lot of money, I don't know if I can afford it. I said, if I drive $100,000 business to your company, is it worth it? Oh yeah. I said, okay. So that's the key, is what kind of results are you going to get from the video? And then to produce a video, you need to do a script, and you have to really, drill down, hit the bullet points, hit the most important things. And any video, you want to front load the video, so the important information that you really want these people, the viewers, to see and hear are in the first minute, 30 seconds. And, closer to the very beginnings is better than at the end. Because there's a lot of people who believe that people don't watch a video for more than 30 seconds or a minute at the most. And I disagree with that, because if somebody's interested in your subject, they'll watch an hour. So it's all on how you set that up, to grab them, to give them information, to make them want to watch that video, and then make the video effective throughout the entire time. Another thing with video is you can use video to sell your service or your product, right? Better than most salespeople, because salespeople go into a meeting, they're like you and me, and they'll do their dog and pony show. They'll walk out the meeting and go, damn, I forgot to mention this, or I forgot to mention that. Well, video doesn't forget. So you can tweak that video before you go live with it 100 times to make sure you have every single word in there is powerful and is useful to help you get to the goal that you're looking for out of that video. Selling a product, selling a service, bringing, whatever things you're trying to do. The video itself can be made so powerful and combine that with the the rate of consumption of videos today. I mean, it's just it's a very, very powerful tool.
Well, down below, audience, you're going to see some sample marketing videos. Ben's practice what he preaches, and I've watched the restaurant one. It's very, very cool, and that's just the example. Some general, he does many, many more, but definitely a great template, Ben, for people that want to do videos. Let's go back a bit, because you said something that's an incredible tip. I want to talk a little bit more is the explainer video. It's powerful.
Yeah.
Can you give the audience details what that really looks like when they're creating this explainer video?
Well, you want to be able to start with introducing the people who are behind the company, because everybody wants to see a face and hear a voice of somebody that they can relate to. People will do business with you if they like you, if they can relate to you through your video. And a video is very powerful. That relationship starts when they start watching your video. So, I mean, think about this. How many times have you watched a video or gone to a website and you don't see who the management is, who the owner is, you don't hear them talk, and a lot of these companies don't have any information about who's behind the company and who you're going to be dealing with, and that's very important. And then a lot of the videos miss out on the best tool you could ever have, is a testimonial from a customer saying that you guys are great, I bought this from them, this service, whatever it may be. A testimonial is probably the most powerful tool you can use, because it's real people telling their real stories. It's not an actor, it's not some fluff somebody's making up and putting it on the screen. It's real people. And those are very important. And then you want to explain what your business does. And ideally, tell people what the problem is. If, whatever it is, like an example is an attorney. Attorneys solve problems. People go to attorney or a doctor or an accountant because they have a problem or they want to avoid a problem. Think about that. Those are the two reasons why most businesses are flourishing today, because they satisfy the need that customer, that client may have. They're worried about tax, they're worried about their health, they're worried about a divorce, whatever it is. They're going to see people because they have a problem or they want to solve a problem. And that's important, and that is a powerful tool to utilize to get people to understand that you understand their problem and you have the answer or the solution to what they're looking for.
Excuse the double entendre, but that's a great explanation of an explainer video. Very, 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 very good. Okay, here's another question that's personal to me, because I get asked this all the time, Ben. Thousands of years experience. Probably seems like thousands of years experience, but a lot of years of experience. Hey, Steve, I don't want to be in the video.
Yeah.
We call these faceless videos.
Yeah.
Does it really make that difference that the CEO, founder, or business owner as part of the video? Is there a difference in effectiveness of the marketing video if it's faceless?
Well, yes, I think that the answer is yes. It's important that the owner, manager, president, CEO, somebody who is the face of the company needs to introduce themselves and be part of the video. Now, they don't have to be, the whole video, but 15 seconds. That's all you need. And I have to tell you, you're watching me, or I'm an outgoing guy. I know how to talk, but when I get in front of a camera, I am terrible. Right? I am just not good. And then that if you look at my video, where the ZivZo marketing videos, I must have shot that thing 30, 40 times before I was happy with the result of it. And I'm still not 100% happy, and you never are, because that's just human nature. But so don't be surprised if you have to do a multitude of shots and redos on your first few videos before you get comfortable in front of a camera. There's an art to it. And if you're reading off of a teleprompter, as I did the first couple of times, you really learn to respect these people on TV, these newscasters. It's unbelievable how hard it can be by reading it. And then you see these professionals on the news, and they just walk right through it like it's in their head, and you don't see them reading it. And it's unbelievable how talented they are. And you realize that when you have to do it yourself. So that's something I learned myself.
Yeah, I've talked to a couple acting coaches, and they have the same thing we did. Like anybody, anything you first start, you're not going to be good at.
Right. It's always easier the second time.
Always easier the second, the third, et cetera.
Right.
And that's what they said. They just practice those lines so many times that they get it. ZivZo, your company, you can solve some of these problems. How do you do that for businesses?
Well, I think the first step is somebody needs to call us up. And say, I need some marketing help. That would be a good start. And, what we do different than a lot of the companies, and the reason I understand a lot of the different businesses, because I owned and operated nearly 60 different businesses, a lot of restaurants, a lot of food production, manufacturing, distribution. So I've been on both sides of the table. So our goal when we first meet with you or meet with a client is to learn as much about that business as possible, or your business as possible. Because the more we know about your business, the better we are able to help you expand it, or whatever the goal is. Once we figure out all the moving parts of any business, it makes it easier to understand what we need to do. So that's number one, is, someone needs to take the time to understand your business. Somebody needs to take the time to get into management's head and really grasp what that business is looking to do and how they're doing it and how we can make it better for you. So a lot of it is just doing homework and really understanding the ins and outs of the business, or it doesn't even have to be a business. It could be a nonprofit. It could be, just about anything. But whatever your goals are, we need to understand the whole package before we will make any recommendations.
Together we serve. That's exactly what you're doing. You can't do the marketing for me if you don't know anything about me or my business. And that's important, audience, if you're looking for marketing, whether it's Ben that you reach out, which I hope you do, or somebody else, make sure they're, because you told me on our podcast we did, it was very important to me that somebody takes interest in your business. It's the only way you can market it.
Right.
So,
well,
I talked all. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go. I don't want to hear what you have to.
When we, it's also twofold. We're interviewing you as a potential client. You're interviewing us as a potential marketing agency for you. So there's got to be a fit. And if there's a rub somewhere, I want to know about it now than 6 months into it, because I want to be able to feel comfortable working with certain clients, and I want them to feel comfortable working with us. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes their goals are different. They're going a different direction. It doesn't mesh up to what I think they should do. And from experience, I know, for example, that particular business they may be involved with, and sometimes you just get the feel of they're going to be good to work with or not. And that's on both sides of the table. So you really want to get comfortable and get into, let both sides, the client and the agency, use me or not, if you're talking to an agency, you got to feel comfortable these guys are on your team. These guys are working 7 days a week, morning, noon, and night, thinking about you. I mean, if they're not the group for you.
Yeah, and they want you to win, because if you win, they're, of course, winning.
There's nothing better than taking a business or a client, reaching his goals or exceeding his goals, because that makes us feel good. That makes me feel great that we got involved with you and we made your, whatever it was, your business or whatever your goals were, we got there and then further. Because once you were able to get show some grasp of footing in the marketing of any business, it gains a lot of momentum from that point forward.
It's so well said, and audience, please take this to heart. What he's saying, it's extremely important, and that leads to again, me talking to, I talk to a lot of entrepreneurs, small business owners, not large ones. But there's a lot of controversy when I talk to them how important marketing is. I think it's extremely important. Where do you put marketing in all the pillars of a business that they should be focusing on, and how much should they be focusing?
It's a very good question. And I will tell you that I've had clients call me up, or potential clients, and they have bought a business, built a business, and they're just starting it, and they're ready to go. They've invested hundreds of thousands, even millions of dollars into creating this concept, business, whatever it is. And it's like, and I say to them, you have what basically is a race car, a beautiful Formula 4 race car, but you don't have gas. So you put a lot of money into your car and you built it, but you need a pit crew, and you need gasoline, and without it, your fancy Formula 1 is going nowhere. So people never really think about the advertising until they're in it, and their business is starting to go, and it's not going where they want it to go. Then they start thinking about it, and that's a mistake. You need to start thinking about marketing and advertising before you open your doors, and have a plan. And that's a very important factor.
Yeah. Part of your business plan should be that first and foremost, one of your pillars. And that also leads, because we're coming somewhat close to the end here, but financially, how much revenue do I put into marketing? Because that's the other point of it. They can come to you, Ben, and go, hey, I'm doing marketing, I got videos out every day, and I spend $20 a month, and like you said earlier, the content sucks.
Every industry has a average of what the marketing budget should be based on gross sales. It could be 3 to 7%. Some businesses may be even higher than that. But you need enough money to penetrate in this world we're living in today, where there's a bazillion different platforms, everybody and their brother's advertising. And the good news is the video and the internet and all the new marketing platforms today will take a smaller business and put him on an equal playing field with a medium or large size business. And that's the beauty. If your advertising looks as good as a major chain or a major conglomerate, that goes a very, very long way. So the quality of your advertising is important, the message is important, and how you present your company is important. All of these factors, are important to have a successful marketing program. And I'll tell you this to you as well. Every business is different. There's no two businesses the same, and I don't care if you're talking about a hamburger restaurant on one side of town, a hamburger restaurant on another side of town. They're different. There's always different things going on, and different things you need to address for each business separately by itself. Because it's like, businesses are like people. Everybody's different. Everybody has their own little thing going. So you need to learn the nuances of the business and who's behind the business, and be able to work with them and feel comfortable with them, and then put your tools to work.
Well, audience, I've got his website up, ZivZo.com. Reach out to Ben. If you have a question, I know if you email him, he's done on my podcast, I'm sure he'll do it here. He'll answer your questions. If you got questions about this, reach out and get some mentorship and education from Ben. Is there any other way you want people to connect with you besides the website?
Yeah, they can call me at 833-948-9663, and I'm extension 700. So I'll say it again, 833-948-9663, extension 700. And look, I'll talk to anybody. Call me up, tell me what's on your mind. I'll give you some free advice, and if it's up to you, if you want to go beyond that, I'm happy to do that. And I do that all the time for people.
It's why this gentleman's been on my show, my podcast, this TV show. He's definitely serving you, because anytime you serve people, it brings trust, brings value. And even if it helps you and he doesn't get paid, I know he'd be happy and be able to sleep at night, because something else is going to come along and help him out. So reach out to Ben, ZivZo.com. Go to his website. There's a contact page there. I checked. I knew he would because he's a website developer. He's smart enough to have something like that. But reach out and do that. Serve him so you can serve others. And share this TV show out, whether you're listening on YouTube or on LinkedIn. Share it out, the recording, and impact others with their marketing, especially with video. Because if you're not doing video now, you're behind the 8 ball. So me and Ben want to thank all of you for watching Together We Serve TV show, and we'll see all of you next week, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, on Together We Serve on E360TV.com. Have a great 4th of July, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you for having me.